Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something. Well, honestly, it's pretty mind-bending. Feels like ancient history just crashed into our, super connected world. We've got some fascinating source material here, this pasted text.
Yeah.
And it lays out this whole scenario with an ancient Egyptian artifact, the Emerald Tablet of Akhenaten, potentially causing some major, major disruption right now.
It's quite the story. The sources are really focused on this tablet's reappearance. And it's not just academic, is it?
No, not at all.
The mystery, the real core of it in these texts is,
Yeah.
did this glowing green tablet actually cause Akhenaten's big religious change?
Right, the atom worship.
Yeah, and maybe even the collapse of his city, Amarna. And the really alarming part is it now, today, triggering all these bizarre global events, things apparently linked up through social media.
Okay, wow. Let's unpack that a bit. So we're talking about Akhenaten, the pharaoh who shifted everything to the sun disk, Aten.
That's the one.
And this pasted text suggests it wasn't just like a personal revelation. Ancient accounts apparently hinted this tablet came from beings beyond the Nile.
That's the phrase used, yes. Which immediately makes you wonder, who or what were they?
Exactly. And this tablet was supposedly the source of his whole religious upheaval.
Now, what really grabs you in the source material is the line they draw between way back then and now. After Akhenaten, Amarna was abandoned. You hear stories, or rather, the text mentions stories of crop failures, disease, and the tablet, gone, vanished, became myth, maybe even seen as, cursed.
Okay.
So fast forward. Now, a treasure hunter, Lexi Vega, she reportedly finds it during a live stream dig at Amarna just last year, 2024.
A live stream? You're kidding.
Nope. And according to pasted text, that's the moment things start to get, well, very strange.
Strange feels like an understatement. The instant this thing resurfaces, in this account anyway, it's like some ancient power found the internet. The video goes viral, okay, but people watching report vivid nightmares. Their phones start overheating.
Which, okay, phones overheat sometimes.
Yeah, but then AI chatbots start, spamming hieroglyphs. That's not normal tech trouble.
Definitely not. What does the source say about how that could even happen? It's an ancient digital link.
Well, the pasted text seems to suggest these maybe aren't isolated glitches. They could be signals of something bigger.
Okay.
It goes on to mention major blackouts, like one in Mumbai, and really disturbing stuff, like birds falling from the sky in Texas.
Birds falling. Echoes of ancient plagues, almost. Which is grimly ironic, given the Egyptian connection.
Right. And then there's this detail, a Reddit thread, supposedly, connecting all these different incidents through a symbol. A glowing eye inside a sun disk, apparently linked to the tablet. Could a symbol, just amplified online, really be a trigger?
It's a wild idea, like a piece of forgotten code or iconography suddenly activated.
And it gets darker. Lexi Vega, the treasure hunter, she's apparently vanished, disappeared. But her last TikTok message, at least as it's reported in our source, it's chilling. She says the tablet is talking to her.
Talking.
Yeah, about everyone being connected. And she's desperate, talking about lakes that won't stop, it sounds like someone losing it, but on a potentially global scale.
Which brings up a huge question, right?
Yeah.
What is this influence? The pasted text mentions a historian, a Dr. Hassan. He believes the tablet has to be reburied back in Amarna, following a specific ritual from the old Amarna letters.
Okay, the Amarna letters, those are real, right? Diplomatic correspondence from Akhenaten's time.
Exactly. Real historical documents. They give us huge insights into his reign, the religion, the upheaval.
So this ritual is described in those ancient letters.
Apparently so. And the dig site itself, Amarna, has become this magnet for, well, the text calls them glitch pilgrims.
Glitch pilgrims, what are they doing?
Things that are profoundly strange. Chanting in dead languages, which is, not typical tourist stuff.
Definitely not.
And worse, staring right at the sun, damaging their eyes. And they seem to have this strong aversion to water.
Staring at the sun, like Akhenaten's focus.
Yeah.
And the water aversion. Didn't the source link that back to the plagues after Akhenaten?
It draws that parallel, yes. A disturbing pattern. Is it some kind of, psychological contagion? Maybe amplified by all the online buzz around the tablet?
Could be. But the pasted text suggests it's escalating beyond just people's minds.
How so?
Dr. Hassan and his team are supposedly racing against time, but the tablet's influence seems to be hitting technology itself now.
Like the phone overheating, but bigger.
Much bigger. Reports of hijacked drones, satellites malfunctioning, even traffic lights going haywire, causing gridlock in Cairo, apparently.
Okay, that's infrastructure level. That's serious.
And then there's the public health angle. The CDC, according to the source, supposedly put out a bulletin for mass psychosis.
Mass psychosis. Wow. So is this thing just influencing minds, or is it somehow interfacing with our tech, our networks?
That's the huge question posed by pasted text, isn't it? What are we dealing with? Is it like an ancient magical curse unleashed on the digital age? Or could it be something more technological? The source floats the idea of ancient AI, dormant for millennia, now waking up.
Ancient AI? That's chilling. How could something so old have effects that sophisticated? The text doesn't really explain the how, does it?
Not in detail, no. It leaves it hanging there.
And it even pushes further, suggesting maybe those beings beyond the Nile weren't gods or aliens as we think of them, but interdimensional.
Interdimensional entities.
Yeah, whose technology, if you can call it that, is now messing with our reality, corrupting our systems, our perception.
Okay, that really stretches the limits.
It does. It forces you to rethink, well, everything. Yeah. History, tech, reality itself.
So the stakes here, according to the source material, are incredibly high. If this reburial ritual Dr. Hassan is trying fails, pasted text paints a grim picture.
What kind of picture?
Societal reset, like total collapse, maybe thrown back centuries. Yep. Or the alternative is almost weirder. Civilization dissolving into a kind of tablet-controlled hive mind cult.
Hive mind, wow. Makes you want to go offline. Permanently.
Seriously. Find a cabin somewhere. The final details from the source really drive home the urgency.
Yeah.
The ritual needs a sacrifice under the sun, whatever that means. Lexia Vega's followers, these glitch pilgrims, are heading to Amarna.
Converging on the site. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
And the weirdest twist, the sun. Akhenaten's god, right?
Ain't that, yeah.
It's supposedly starting to turn green.
The sun, green. Okay, what could that possibly signify? According to the text? Or is it just peak weirdness?
The text doesn't explicitly say, but it leaves you with that image, a green sun. It's deeply unsettling.
Yeah. So let's just quickly recap this whole deep dive, this saga from pasted text.
Right. We've got the Emerald Tablet, possibly causing Akhenaten's revolution, Amarna's fall.
Rediscovered on a live stream by Lexi Vega. Cue escalating global weirdness.
Viral nightmares, tech gone wild, birds falling, mass psychosis, all seemingly linked to that sun and eye symbol spreading online.
And the explanations, all deeply troubling. Magical curse, ancient AI, interdimensional interference.
Take your pick, none of them are comforting. And the current situation, Lexi's missing, this ancient ritual from the Amarna letters, is needed desperately.
While these glitch pilgrims gather, acting bizarrely.
And the sun might be turning green. It's critical.
So considering all that, the potential outcome, societal collapse on one hand, this creepy hive mind cult on the other, pasted text ends by asking you, the listener, what's the right move? What course of action makes sense in a situation this unprecedented, this potentially world-altering?
It's a heavy question. Makes you really think about how fragile things might be, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Okay, well, on that rather intense note, next time on the deep dive, we're shifting focus a bit. Maybe. We're looking into some strange alien rumors around Ramses II. Yeah, involving his terracotta army and somehow linking up with Texas.
Ramses II, Texas. Okay, that sounds like another wild ride.
You won't want to miss it.
Until then, stay smart, stay skeptical,